At this point, I would like to invite a dear friend, a champion of African diplomacy, and that is Ambassador Arye Oded. Welcome.
My talk will concentrate on religion, and the topic is the Sunni-Shia conflict in Nigeria and the role of Iran. In recent years, the view has been expressed in the international media by the Shia that the Shia are the fastest growing religion in Africa. In my talk, I wish to examine that and discuss recent events in Nigeria where there has been conflict between the Shia and the Sunni-led government. This conflict has been given extensive international coverage. First, I will briefly describe a few of the main historical and political aspects of the Shia. The meaning of the word Shia is group. In fact, in Hebrew it's similar. We say Si'ah, not Shia, but we say Si'ah, but it means a group. Already at the beginning of Islam, there was a group who believed that only Ali, the cousin of Prophet Muhammad, is eligible to be the leader of the Muslim. Ali eventually was the fourth caliph, although the Prophet did not mention who is going to be after him. So there were Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, who was a very good friend of the Prophet Muhammad, and then there was Omar, and after Omar was Uthman, and only then Ali became the caliph of the Muslim. So this was not accepted by many people that they call themselves the Shia, the group, that they thought that Ali should be, because he was the cousin of Prophet Muhammad, and he married the daughter Fatima of the Prophet, and they thought that he is the one who should be after the Prophet Muhammad. Now, some basic general information on the Shia. There are no exact figure for the number of the Shia in Africa. In the world at all, also, there is no exact number of the Shia in the world as a whole. And some of them give things that the Shia are one of the most popular religion in Africa. They think so. The largest Shia sect in in the world. It's called Ithna Ashariya. Ithna Ashariya means the 12s, the 12ers, the 12ers, the Ithna Ashariya. And who believe, what they call the Ithna Ashariya, they believe that the Prophet dynasty ended with the 12th Caliph, whose name is Muhammad al-Muntazar. Muhammad al-Muntazar means Muhammad that is expected, Muntazar expected to come. In Arabic, Muntazar is expected to come. And that he is still active, but hidden from view. This is the belief of the Shiite of Iran. The 12ers are the Iranis are, all of them are of the 12ers. And also in Iraq and also in Lebanon, the 12ers. As for Africa, there are no exact official figure for the number of the Shia in the various African countries. But it is widely expected that out of population in general of 1.2 billion, in Africa, Muslims form about 48 million. That to say 48%, about 500 million. And of this, the Shia form about a tenth, 50 million in Africa. The attitude to the Shia in Africa varies between countries, for example, like Senegal. Senegal has about 15 million people, and Senegal officially declared that the Shia in Senegal, they are 7%, about 1 million people. And and it is 7%, about 1 million. And they are, all of them are Ithna Ashariya. All of them are of the 12ers. And they live peacefully in the country. There is no conflict between the Sunnis and the Shia in Senegal. In Mauritania, on the other hand, the Shia have been banned, and they are called infidels, kafirs. They don't recognize them, and they are banned, the Shia in the country. In Nigeria, owing to the serious clashes with the Shia that occurred there is more information about them and their situation, which I shall now describe in brief. It is estimated that Nigeria population shall now are between 140 to 180, but let us say that there are 150 million people in Nigeria. And they are divided, about 50% are Muslims and a similar percentage are Christian in Nigeria. It is also estimated that about 90% of the country are Muslims. The country Muslims are Sunni, and only about 5% it is estimated that they are Shias. Consisting of about 5 to 6 million people in Nigeria. The Nigerian constitution, according to the constitution, that Nigeria is a secular state with separation between church and state. In fact, in all Africa, nearly in all countries in Africa, they, in their constitution, declared that they are secular. They are not against religion, but they divided between, there is a division between politics and religion. There are no formal statistics about the different Muslim groups. Nevertheless, the Shiites made up of a significant minority in Nigeria and were concentrated in the state of Kaduna, in the north of the country, where most of the Muslims are Sunni. In Kaduna, most of the people are Sunnis. In the 1980, the leader of the Shia in Nigeria was called Ibrahim Zakzaki. He established a party called the Islamic Movement of Nigeria. He did not mention Shia. He just said the Islamic Movement in Nigeria. He was born in 1953, he is about 60 years old, in northern Nigeria, and graduated in economics from the Ahmadu Bello University, and then he continued his studies in Iran, where he was influenced by the Iranian Revolution of Khomeini in 1979. He made his center in the state of Kaduna. University educated but unemployed, many young Nigerians joined the Shia, which established new mosques, schools, social services, job centers, clinics, and hospitals. From time to time, the movement organized demonstrations that led to the arrest of Zakzaki. Already in 1996, they arrested him for the first time for 2 years and to the suppression of the organization in Kaduna. After his release, Zakzaki continued with his activities. The money for all Zakzaki's projects came from Iran embassy in Nigeria. Indeed, Zakzaki visited Iran from time to time and also sent a number of his disciples to study there. The Sunni governor of state of Kaduna and the security authorities there did not like the Shia activities. In July 2014, the army killed 37 Shiites, including 3 of Zakzaki's sons. But the most difficult occurred in the 5th of December 2015, the Ashura Day. What is the Ashura Day? The Ashura means 10. Why 10? Because from Muharram, 10 days afterwards, there was a war, and Al-Hussein, the son of Ali, was killed in this war, and in Karbala, in the Ir Karbala, which is in Iraq. There was a fight there, and Al-Hussein was killed there, and this is why they called Ashura the 10th day from the month of Muharram. The grief of Karbala fight was done by a procession in which thousands of people are going and expressing their grief on the death of Al-Hussein. What happened is that in December, 5th of December 1915, the security forces fired at the Ashura procession of they were then about 10,000 people, and killed 394 of the people that were there, and injured thousands of them, because in this procession, in this big procession, there were thousands of people. The bodies of the dead were burned and buried, and they buried them in unmarked mass grave of those who were killed. The army claimed that the Shias refused to let them pass to the other side of the road. And at the head of the army was the chief of staff. And they say that the Shias did not let them pass to the other side of the road, and instead they throw stones and sticks on them. Therefore they had to protect themselves. And one soldier, they said one soldier was, Nigerian soldiers was killed. The event caused worldwide reaction from human rights organizations and Amnesty International, which condemned the massacre and demanded the release of Zakzaki and his wife, and called for an impartial investigation into the carnage. The US ambassador also called for an investigation, as did the government of Iran. The government of Iran usually did not mix in politics there, but in this case, the government of Iran, the foreign ministry of Iran, but they did it very quietly, in fact, and they say that it is they say that the government has to secure their citizen, and this did not happen in this case. There were several investigations. The government, some of the government institutions made the investigation, but at the end, nothing was done. Attacks on the Shia spread to other states in the northern Nigeria, such as Kano, Zaria, and Sokoto. Moreover, the governor of Kaduna explained that Zakzaki was calling for Iranian state revolution, and he termed the Shia as insurgent group, against which the army was justified in using deadly force. The Kaduna governor outlawed the Shia in his state. The Nigerian government did not make its position clear on the issue of the Shia for some time. On the 5th of March, 2017, a few months ago, however, they issued the following statement, the government of Nigeria. The Nigerian federal government, I quote, has formally declared the Shiite Islamic movement of Nigeria a security threat, and compared it to the Boko Haram that has caused the death of about 100,000. Thus came the end of one of the large Shiite communities in Africa. Zakzaki and his wife are still in prison, although the government called it protective custody. To conclude, Nigeria is a leading country in Africa, and what has happened to the Shia there will probably influence other countries and not to the benefit of the Shia. Therefore, to claim that the Shia are the fastest growing religion in Africa is far from reality. Thank you. Asante sana.